It's lovely to be here in Havana in Cuba at the Local Planet Global Conference with Jenny Biggam from the 7stars, the founder of 7stars. What led you to found your own agency?
That was 11 years ago now, and unbelievably. So I'd worked at a number of the big media groups before during my career, and I just felt there was an opportunity for a strong independent in the UK.
What do you think is the importance of independent agencies?
I think, I think being independent means basically the management team at our place owns the business. So for me, that means that you can make your own decisions, set your own agenda. You can work in a more kind of close way with advertisers, so you can be more collaborative with your clients. Ultimately, you only really work on behalf of your clients. You don't work on behalf of external shareholders. You don't have somebody else setting you a huge profit target or anything like that.
And then what caused your agency to join with Local Planet recently?
So occasionally and increasingly, advertisers ask us about solutions outside the UK. And I think it's important, while we're very, very focused on UK media, basically. So a lot of our advertisers are global businesses, but they appoint media agencies on a market-by-market basis. So we're very, very focused on that category of advertiser. That's absolutely the advertisers that we want to work with. But just occasionally, they need support and help outside of the UK. So this is a way for us to be able to service those kind of requests.
And how have you found it since you joined?
Yeah, it's good. It's refreshing, and the thing that we didn't estimate, I suppose, or didn't kind of factor in, was just the ability to meet with other independent, like-minded entrepreneurial agencies around the world. So we take a lot of inspiration from some of the other agencies that we've met and got to know over the last couple of years.
And over the last couple of days, what main insights have you got out of gathering together in Cuba?
Yeah, the conference has been really interesting. So, I keep having to remind myself it was only last year that at the conference it was kind of revealed what the name was going to be. So at the time we had no look and feel, we had no website, we had no proper credentials, no kind of grown-up planning process or anything else. It was all very, very new. And the progress that collectively everyone's made in the last year has been, really inspiring.
Obviously, there's lots of different markets gathered here. What do you think sets the UK market apart from others that you've been dealing with? And, what is your insight that you give to others?
I suppose because of the way that Local Planet is, it's very much about everyone being focused on their own market. So it's, that, and I think that's its strength. I think that really is genuinely its strength. So, 7stars is so focused on, UK advertisers, UK media owners, the UK and being as good as we can be in the UK. And then other agencies around the world have that similar kind of ethos within their own markets.
And I noticed obviously that you guys are doing very well with the awards that you've recently won that were up on the board. What's next for you?
So we're working on a lot of things. This year's been a really interesting year for us. So last year we had, fantastic client growth. And this year we kind of, we'd won a lot of business, a lot of awards, things like that last year. This year we kind of sat down at the beginning of January and thought, well, what do we want to achieve going forward? And we took a decision that it wasn't going to be more of the same. So we didn't want another phenomenal year of billings growth, partly because we wanted to work more closely and look after the clients that we'd won, but more that we just wanted to kind of like a little bit refocus, make sure that we were really, really proud of the work we were doing and the outputs of the work, and that's definitely proved to be true. And then the other things we decided, we took a bit of a crazy decision back in January to launch a new agency, which we're doing when I get back, actually, in 2 weeks' time. So we're launching a second agency. It's called the Bountiful Cow, and they literally launched in 2 weeks. They're already creating a lot of interest in the market. A lot of advertisers talking about what we're doing there. So I think we're quite excited about that.
Are you able to say more about what you're doing there and what differentiates it?
Yeah, sure. So since we set up, which was 2005, there hasn't been another really big media independent launch. And I think in a way that's a shame, because we've had a great time enjoyed ourselves. I think we're doing something quite different to the network agencies. But, you know, and I kind of wish we had more competitors in the independent sector. And we just felt that, you know, no one else is going to do it, so we might as well, to be honest. So
Compete with yourself.
compete with ourselves, why not? So we've set up Bountiful Cow. We've recruited a fantastic guy to run that business, and he's very much approaching it with a kind of blank piece of paper. So we gave him 3 objectives, really. One of them was around transparency, so that's absolutely fundamental to how we operate, and we could never work with somebody that wasn't working that way. One of them was around being a great employer. So again, that's something that we're very proud of at 7stars, so we wanted him to export that. And the other thing was just to create something different and new. And I can't really give away what that new bit is just yet, because he will be articulating that far better than I can in a couple of weeks. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in Cuba.